Hello and welcome to Today News on Vanguard Live. My name is Damlola Ogunshake. This morning I've started with Vanguard on the paper review. Vanguard is leading with tariff hike. NLC Fumes gives March 1 alert to short telecom services. The class 3-hour boycott of all operators services from today. Asks Nigerians to suspend purchase of data. Telco stock tough, says Labour moving towards treason. NatComs berate NCC and regulator to redeem image by sanctioning telcos. You can see that on page 5. On page 10, poisonous gas, 10 students hospitalized as Ibadan Poly probes incident. 124 journalists killed worldwide in 2024. That's according to CPJ. On sports, page 32, 2026, FIFA World Cup. Super Eagles must secure World Cup spots. That's according to Opara. On page 9, tanker fires. Federal government mulls ban on trucks with 60,000 litre capacity. Above the banner on page 19, we have national grid collapse triggers a widespread darkness. PDP National Working Committee (NWC) affirms Ude Okoye as National Secretary. Why Atiku Wike aren't before us? That's according to PDP Disciplinary Committee. And lastly, on Vanguard newspaper, Reps pass tax reform bill for second reading. Now, the Guardian newspaper. Guardian is leading with importers divert cargo to Togo, others to evade tariff hike. On page 4, group laments over 5,000 Nigerians stranded in Iraq. Tinubu meets Google, wants Nigeria to drive Africa's AI evolution. Kano uncovers multiple illegal private financial accounts. Tax reform bills advance amid pushback on phasing out key agencies. Directly below the banner, we have businesses, homes, count losses as national grid collapses again. Revert to old tariff before March or face total strike, NLC tells government and telecom operators. You can see that on news page 3. Lastly, on the Guardian, news page 7, Edo Election Tribunal, PDP alleges conflicting testimonies, APC to present 28 witnesses. Now let's move to the Punch newspaper. The Punch leading story this morning says Tinubu's re-election. ACF others tackle Ganduje over no vacancy comments. Babache hints at not consensus candidate as ACF. Mohammed counter APC chair. You can see that on page 2. And on page 14, APC hires private firm for membership e-registration. Hoodlums in court for abducting policeman in Ondo. Rep summer customs CG over officer's retirement. Above the banner, we have federal government may ban trucks as tanker fire claims 493. Tax reform, reps divided as bills scale first reading. Tariff hike, labor, subscribers, plan telcos shut down March 1. Now let's move to the Nation newspaper. The Nation's leading story this morning says rumbling in PDP deepens. Autumn, Ayamu, Sean Ikimi Pane. You can see that on page 2. House softens stands on tax reform bills. Proposal set for public hearing. United States, qualified Nigerians can apply for visa online. And United Kingdom wants a fake visa offer. How to deploy AI, digital tech for development by Tinubu. And lastly, on the Nation newspaper, we have Tony Elumenu Foundation, UAE signed $6 million pact to empower entrepreneurs. You can see that on page 2 of the Nation newspaper. And that's all we have on the front pages of the dailies. Join us after the break for a brief analysis of some of the stories. Welcome back. If you're just joining me, this is Today the News on Vanguard Live. My name is Damlola Ogunshaki. Joining me to analyze some of the stories on the front pages this morning is Mr. Mayowa Oludari. He's a publisher of Global Financial Digest. Good morning, Mr. Mayowa.
Good morning, Abdullah. Nice to be here today.
Thank you. Now, the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) has expressed outrage over the hike in tariffs by telecommunication companies, despite an earlier agreement reached with the federal government and the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), and demanded immediate reversal of the increase to avoid unpleasant consequences. Meanwhile, the operators they are not taking any of NLC's threats, warning that labour action would amount to a treasonable felony. What do you think about this?
Well, thank you very much. First of all, let me look at NLC threat to telecom industry. Number one, the telecom sector in Nigeria is operated solely by private sector. Second, the issue of tariff is trade. It's commercial profitability and the rest. I don't see any labor issue within this decision taken to increase tariff. Secondly, let's look at what happened in the petroleum sector, for example, which government play heavily on in terms of the regulation and removal of subsidy. I'm not sure I've seen the labor doing anything to force the government to cut back the pump price of oil. So for me, I see what they are doing as unnecessary and uncalled for, really. The telecom industry, is a free entry, free exit. People can decide to say, I'm not going to buy data from MTN. I'm not going to buy phone. I'm not going to buy to recharge my phone. Nobody will arrest you. Nobody will do that. I think this decision is for individual to take. Either is it going to patronize the telecom sector or not? So for me, it's not a labor issue. It's not something that affects the dispute between the labor dispute that NLC is putting their nose in it. So for me, I really don't find any reason why NLC should face most over commercialization. We have an impact on the average Nigerians, but it's not in the place of NLC to flex most on such things. I think the consumer has the right to actually say, oh, we are not going to patronize the income based on this increase. And they can actually, at time when we have a consumer right protection agency, we have a consumer association, and they can front to negotiate with the but for the labor, I don't.
Let's switch it here. Let's switch. See? Okay, subscribe. Yeah.
I said it's very important for us to understand how do we tap such things. We are operating a capitalist system. The power is in the consumer. Without the consumer, the telecom will not be. If people decide to say, okay, we are reducing our patronage in certain sector, for example, you are used to buy 20 gig, say you reduce it to 10 gig, yet you have inflation on your activities. And there are other cellular operators in the system. Their services are probably less in terms of tariff. It will hinder a kind of competition within the telecom industry. If you, for example, you decide to pull from one major operator to the other because of their high tariff, and you shoot to patronize the other one which have a cheaper tariff, then they will understand that they need to adjust their tariff in accordance to the dictate of the economy. I think the consumer has the power to actually force them to force down their tariff, not labor just blowing hot here. That's where I look at it. I think what the government should do, the regulator, the NCC, should actually focus on regulating and ensuring that the telecom firm are within the guidelines, within the approved tariff they are approved to them. They should not move outside of it and should have a close monitor to their tariff operation, and the consumer should actually continue to advocate in such a way that they compare the telecom industry operators to operate within the approved tariff. And like I said to you, the consumer has the power to say, look, I have enough of your services. I can do away with your call. Don't forget that too, people make more data calls than even the usual mobile call today. You can choose to buy their credit for call and say, okay, I'm focused on the internet call. No, just to reduce your spending on telecom activities. So there's a lot of ways to actually ensure to dance around this issue, because we are dealing with economic product, and in reality, the telecom industry have kept their tariff at a low level for a long time. And what is causing the need to increase their tariff is the operating environment. You remove subsidy, the fuel price has gone up. There's so many things that are going up in Nigeria. The interest rate has gone up to borrow to invest in the sector. And the economic, the system is not conducive for operation. So government to do more to reduce the pressure, the cost of operation in this country today, so that the telecom industry can actually have a way to maneuver and make profit. Otherwise, we're still going to find, because government already increased their own prices. Go to all government agencies today, they are increasing prices, they are increasing tariff, they are increasing the cost of dealing with government. So why are you saying the person who operates commercial entities should not increase their tariff? That's the way I want to look at it. Bread bakers are increasing their prices, farmers are increasing their prices, everybody is increasing their prices on the same consumer. I think we need a call of government to actually to ameliorate the economic hardship in the country, so that we can have the cost of living reduced, so that people will not be strangulated economically. That's the way I will appeal to government on this issue.
All right, moving on. Following the increasing number of deaths resulting from petrol tanker accidents, the federal government is considering placing a ban on trucks with 60,000 liters capacity. The engineer Farouk Ahmed said that this year alone, 5 accidents have been recorded with 121 fatalities. And in less than 3 years, about 486 fatalities have been recorded as a result of tanker accident. What do you think about this, and what exactly do you think is the cause of this tanker accident in the country?
I don't think the person who is talking actually understand what he's saying. Let me look at it. You say you are banning such category of truck on the road, and does it mean that the smaller tanker cannot explode on the road and cause fires and cause people scooping fuel? What government should look at is not the banning. Yes, Nigeria is only one of the few places we have truck transporting fuel products from Lagos to Maiduguri and to the other parts of the country. We should have pipeline that transports fuel to depots in interland, and the truck from that to the local setting. So you don't see truck traveling all the way from here to Abuja to.
All right, let's send this on a lighter note with Mr. and Mrs. today. The first person speaking this morning is Mr. Mr. says, are you saying I cannot